So welcome everyone. It's Monday. I know it's hard to track time and date in this during this crisis, but trying to make the best out of the whole situation. So welcome, and before we just continue with the flow, I would like to. Oh, somebody is tweaking. Let me just fix that. I would like to just take a moment and acknowledge all our supportive clients who are helping us go through this, hardship. So thank you to all of you. I bow for your support and commitment to us, and also for those who are putting donations on a daily basis. You can donate for those classes if you wish. It's not mandatory because, as you know, a lot of us lost the job. But if you can make a donation via Venmo at Ania/London. So thank you so much for that. And let's just get started. As I mentioned before, I prepare like a pretty strong flow. I would call this a little more intermediate than fundamentals, but I will do my best to offer modification if needed. I do not have any music, but if you want to get into like a better mood, you can just turn your music on your own, so it can help you flow better. So from that place, let's just get started sitting in your mat, so right on the edge of the mat. And before we do anything else, I want you to just take a moment and feel present, right? Whatever it means. And usually when we're talking about being present, that's calling for deep breathing. So let's start by just taking a few deep cycles of your breath. So I'm placing my hands slightly under my knees to find a little leverage, and I'm going to use my arms. So let's use the strength of your arms to lift through your low back. And as you exhale, just slowly scooping your tummy, let's find a nice C-curve. As you inhale, let's lift from the base of your spine, from the low back, drawing your heart forward. Just take a moment to spread your collarbones and slowly exhale. Allow those first few breaths to be slightly exaggerated and scooping your tummy. And it's it's good to explore at this time, how you feel, how the body feels. We just bringing a little flexibility into your spine. Good. So as we move, I want you to take a moment and make commitment to yourself to try to dig deep today. Find a quality, find a precision within yourself to keep that flow going, that inner dynamic, that's what, that's inner dynamic, that's Pilates, right? Good. Okay, so from that place, I would like you to straighten your legs. Let's extend your arms towards the ceiling. And as you can see, I'm lifting through my back, and we're going to try to keep your back as straight as possible as you hinge forward. So it's not a flexion, it's just a little hinge. Good, and we grow taller to return to the starting. So inhale, let's lift a little bit higher and keep this height as you hinge forward. Good, just like that. My feet are in a dorsiflexion position, pressing your heels firmly into the floor, into your mat, and one more. Okay, and now from here, maintaining this extension, let's take a gentle fold. Good. And now from here, we're going to slide your heels closer to your sit bones. Let's extend your arms forward, and slowly, bone by bone, we're going to peel your spine down to the point where you feel challenged, which could be probably right here. Let's inhale fully and slowly scooping your tummy. Let's restock, and we sit nice and tall. And we roll it down. Inner thighs are together. Good. Let's open your arms a little bit wider. No momentum. Inhale. And slowly restacking your spine. Sit nice and tall. Good. So there's no need to rush. Press your heels firmly into the mat to find your hamstrings, right? To support the movement. So as your heels are digging deep into the mat, scoop your tummy and just go a little bit lower. Okay, this is a good position, right? So here we go. Open your arms slightly wider. Scoop your tummy and draw your arms forward. We inhale and exhale. And just gaze at your tummy, see if there's any action. So as we scoop on an exhale, you should feel a significant movement there. Scoop and hold. Just give me one more. Now hold this position, and I want you to transition all the way into your mat, nice and graceful. Let's straighten your legs and extend your arms towards the ceiling. And then we're going to circle your arms and pull your knees into your chest. And just do like a little feel-good movement, again, to make a little circular motion. So keeping your legs together, let's move your legs in the circular motion. Good. And now, if you want to take this step further, I want you to let go of your arms and utilize your abdominals as a movers. So there is one circle equals one cycle of your breath. Exhale all the way back and pull and lower and pull. Just give me one more. Good. Now pause in the center. We inhale there. Let's reverse direction. So we go the other way and circle. And as I mentioned, the size really depends up to you. You can make those circles as long, right, as large as possible, activating your hip flexors, or you can just stay here. So just make this practice your own, individual, and you just do what feels good in your body. Good. Okay, stop right here. So I'm in a perfect tabletop position. Place your hands slightly under your thighs. And for this first curl up, I'm going to just use the arms for now to curl yourself a little bit higher. Oops, I'm just going to adjust. Okay, that's perfect. And now hold this position, inner thighs together. Give me a little tuck. So tuck your tailbone. I don't know if you can see, but I'm coming into posterior tilt and I'm flowing my knees slightly higher and slow and lower to neutral. So transitioning into posterior tilt and neutral. As I'm going back and forth, I'm trying to keep my neck relaxed, right? So no tension in your neck. I'm going to try to use your abdominals as those lifters, not your neck. Two more. And one more, please. Now hold the lift. Now that's a beautiful C curve. Okay, so I'm going to hold this flexion and transition your hands behind your head. Interlace all your fingers. If that's not available for your body, you can drop your head down, but well, let's do our best. And now from here, I want you to just hinge from your right hip flexor and slowly release. And let's alternate the legs. As I'm moving back and forth, my pelvis is in neutral position. And scoop, and we lower, and scoop, and lower, and pull. Two more. One more, please. Good. Okay, let's just do one more. Hold. Bring your hands behind your thighs. Curl up one more time. Curl up one more time. One more time. Amazing, amazing. Now, option one, I want you to rest if you have to. Option two, bring your hands behind your head, interlace all your fingers again, and now using bow flex, you hinge. And as you hinge, we're talking about the hip flexors and your low abdominals. You just explore your range of motion. It could be 1/4 of an inch, it could be 5 inches. What's really matter is that the placing of your pelvis dictates your range of motion. So as long as your pelvis is in neutral position, good, you can go as far as you wish. Whew, one more. Good, and pull your knees into your chest. Good, just give yourself a nice hug. Oh, those hip flexors are screaming for stretch. So just place your feet for a second and just give yourself a little stretch. Oh, good. Okay, so once we're here, let's separate your heels, sit bones apart, arms are by your side, and nice, we're going to move to pelvic curls. So here we go. Tucking your tailbone, I want you to slowly start peeling your spine, and from there, let's float your arms overhead, just like a nice big stretch. We inhale, and slowly roll yourself all the way down. Good, so remember our commitment. We committed to precision and quality of the movement. So keep that in mind as you flow from one pose to the other. Good, and just one more, and again, just explore. Can I come up a millimeter higher as I slowly roll down? Four corners of my feet are pressing the mat. Good, okay, now let's stop right here. And from here, we're going to transition your weight to your left foot as you bring your right leg in a tabletop position. Okay, if this is too much, you can always rest your hands. Good, okay, so keeping this perfect alignment, hips are square. Let's take a nice roll down, nice and slow. And we lift. So inhale, lower. Exhalation on exhaustion, right? So if something is hard, right, if there's an effort in Pilates, that's where you exhale most of the time, not always, but that's definitely the time. Two more. And last one, I'll hold this position and we hinge for four. Good, so it's not an extension, my knee is bent, and two, good work. And one, we hold. Can we lift a millimeter higher? Oh, those hamstrings are screaming. And roll yourself all the way down. Good work. Okay, very nice. So start with both feet on the floor and we curl up from this position. Let's curl up. And now once you're on top, you're going to gently shift your weight to your right leg as you float your left leg in a tabletop position. And imagine your left leg is absolutely still. Imagine that you're balancing a small tennis ball or something small on your shin, on your left shin. So don't lose it. So we just keep this quality of the movement present, exhaling, inhale, lower. And exhale, and lower, and two more. And one more, now hold this lift, and again, there is a hinge for four, and three. That's where the leg is you initiate the movement from your hip flexors. Two more, one more. We hold the lift, you climb up a millimeter higher, and you slowly ease out on the way down. Very good. Okay, so you can just, sway your knees from side to side. Good, you can straighten them just for a moment. And we are coming back. So at this time, I want you to press your hands back into the mat. And we're going to transition your left leg onto the left leg as you straighten your right leg. Good. And then I'm balancing on my shoulders. So let's come up as high as you can. Powerfully extend your right leg and keep this power, keep the energy just running through your toes as you lower. Flex and lift. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, two, lift, one, lift. Now hold, flex your foot. Your hips are square, and I want you to gently abduct the leg. So you open to the side and return to the side. Good. So what are we focusing here? We're focusing on your inner thighs, as Chris requested, and also as you on your obliques, right? Good. While maintaining perfect alignment in your hips. Ooh, my inner thigh is screaming. 2 more. And one. Now hold. We lift a little bit higher. Hold and slowly ease out. Ooh, good. Very nice. Left hamstring. So you always, at this, in this case, we were feeling on the other leg. Okay, we have one more side. So let's climb up. Now shift your weight. There are steps, always steps of the movement. You're shifting your weight to your right leg as you float your left leg up. And just, again, come up a little bit higher. Powerfully extend. Here we go. Down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift. Just give me 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And we hold this lift. Hold. Come up a little bit higher. And you abduct. And again, so inhale, open, scoop your tummy, return. So in Pilates, it's all about finding right muscles, right intensity, and you explore your range of motion. As long as your pelvis stay in a perfect alignment, you can open even wider. So just try to explore. 2 more. And 1. And now hold. We lift a little bit higher. So that's the moment we want to quit. So hold it there. And now slowly, slowly ease out. Whew. Hello, hamstrings, right? So floating your legs towards the ceiling. Just give yourself a little pull. Let's climb up. Climb your hands as high as you can. And now lower your left leg to your point of control. And climb your hands a little bit higher. Neck and shoulders relax. Good, your face is soft, and we switch. So there's a pull, pull as you exhale. Inhale, switch, pull, pull, good job. And pull, pull, keep breathing. 2 more. And 1 more. Now hold. Now we're going to keep your legs in a scissor position. Transition your hands behind. And let's continue. Now we don't have the arms, but you have a strength of your abs to do pull, pull. Inhale, switch. Pull, pull. Good. Continue. Pull, pull. Amazing. 2 more. Pull, pull. 1 more, please. Pull, pull. Bring both legs together. Use your hands to pull yourself a little bit higher. And now slowly bend your knees. Drop your head if you need a break. Otherwise, stay with me. My hands are slightly under my knees. Whew. Okay, just breathe. Okay, very good. Now from here, powerfully extend your legs and arms. We circle your arms and pull your knees back. And we extend. And we circle. And reach. And circle. And extend. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now hold it here. Hold it here. Transition your hands behind your head. Interlace all your fingers. Straighten your legs towards the ceiling. So you're going to treat both legs as one unit. Come up a little higher. Gaze between your thighs, and we slowly lower your legs to your point of control. Flex and lift. So what does it mean, point of control? The moment your low back starts to arch, you reach your point of control, right? And your point of controls will change as we get stronger. So it could be just an inch. It could be a little lower, right? Just find what works for your body. Woo, 2 more. Nice, and 1 more, please. and scoop, and just give yourself nice hug. Very, very good. Dropping your head down, open your arms, and just twist your spine to neutral your pelvis, right? Just from side to side. Keep your breath nice and fluid. Good, excellent, amazing. Okay, so from here, let's open your arms wide, and we're going to straighten your left leg on the ground as your right leg reaches the ceiling. Good. So when your foot points, I want you to take a peek at the ceiling and notice where your toe is pointing. And we're going to make a large circle, and you're going to try to stop in exact the same spot. So here we go. We inhale, circle. Exhale, circle. Good. Inhale, circle. Exhale, circle. Good work. Inhale, circle. Exhale, circle. Just give me one more. Now hold, flex your foot, you reverse. Down and up. Down and up. There's a little momentum when you drop the leg and then you try to catch with your tummy. 2 more. And 1 more. Beautiful. Bend your knees, just give yourself a little hug and take a little supine twist. So bring the knee to the opposite side. Good work. Very nice. And we straighten your right leg, adjust your pelvis, arms are wide open. Good. And left leg flows. So take a peek at your ceiling. We inhale, catch, exhale, inhale, and exhale, and breathe. So it's 1 breath, 1 movement. Good. Shoulders are stable. 2 more. 1. Now hold, flex your foot, and we reverse. Down and around. Down and around. Good. Are we stopping exact the same place, spot? Try to move with precision. 2 more. 1 more. Lift, bend your knees, and bring your leg across. Okay, great work. Very nice. Hug your knees. Always, if those, we're using a lot of hip flexors today, so you can just take a moment and just give them a little break and roll your spine all the way down. Okay, well, let's prep for roll-up. So, you know, those roll-ups it's like ongoing journey, right? It's not really a matter. It's just, we just have to keep going and doing. And, you know, they will get easier as we practice. So let's just do our best. I'm going to extend your arms overhead. And before you do anything, take a peek, make sure that you check your alignment with your rib cage. So we're going to close your ribs. Good. Your floating ribs should face your hip flexors, your hip bones, not the ceiling, okay? So that's very important. And now on your inhale, all we're going to do, you're going to lift your head and chest and gaze at your toes. As I'm pressing my legs firmly into the mat, you're going to slowly scoop your tummy and come up. Very nice, nice, Joan. I can see you. Good. So take a little flexion. Good. And now slowly we're going to start peeling down. Good. And try to move as slow as you can. So what I love, I like to give myself a challenge, and I'm going to, like for example, I'm going to say, I'm going to roll up to counts to 5. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And on the way down, just give yourself 5 counts. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Beautiful. 5 was good. Can we add 1 more count? 6. Here we go. Coming for 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Big inhale at the bottom, right? Here we go. And roll it down for 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Good job. Very nice. Now bring your hands behind your head, interlace all your fingers. This is a little more advanced, okay? It's a neck pull, okay? So in order to modify, I don't think there's a really modification, but what you could do, you're going to come up, lift, and grab your thighs with your hands. You can just sit nice and tall, and we roll it down. So that's sort of like a variation you can use if you need a little help. And the full expression of this exercise is keeping your legs straight, as I mentioned, interlace all your fingers. So you want to create a pillow for your head for support. Gaze at your toes, and we, oh, see, I have a problem with that too. So roll it up. Ooh, that was really, really hard, but here we go. Let's just give our best. Take a nice fold. Now I want you to sit nice and tall, and keep this extension of your spine as you hinge back. Hinge back, it's not a flexion, keep hinging back. Now when you hit your point of control, tuck your tailbone and slowly, bone by bone, peel yourself all the way down. Let's try again. The legs should be flat in an ideal scenario. So, and we restack your spine and we hinge. So first it's a hinge, 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 hinge. Tuck your tailbone, tuck your tailbone. Oh, and slowly make your way down. Let's reach arms forward and take a nice roll up. Wow, what a difference, right? So much easier. Good. Separate your feet for a second. Yeah, so make your way to seated. And again, you just can feel good movement. Yeah, twist, right? Very nice. Let's extend your arms forward. Excuse me, not forward, towards the ceiling. And then I would like you to take a little flexion. So my shoulders are stuck right on top of my hip flexors, my hip bones. And now scoop your tummy, guys. So find a deep C curve. Dig deep into your abdominals as you lift your right leg and put it down. And alternate. Good. So what's happening, my quads are on fire and I'm using my low abdominals and my hip flexors to initiate the movement. Good. Now try to lift very little, okay? The less you lift, the harder it is. Why is that? Because if we lift too high, you're going to use your quads. We don't want so much the quad work. We want abdominals as of this time. Good, just give me one more. Beautiful, good. And bring your hands behind, good. Just give yourself a little extension, you know, as most of our lives are in flexion. So it's just nice to give it a little stretch. You can also balance on your fingertips. Good. And now just ease out to flexion, just a little baby flexion. I'm moving mostly my thoracic spine, flexion and extension. Nothing fancy, just feel good movement. Okay, good. And let's go back to your sitting position. So adjust your sit bones. Good. And from here, we're going to open your palms towards the ceiling. So your palms are facing the ceiling, your feet together, inner thighs together, lift through your lower back. Now, to modify, for some of us with very high, tight hamstrings, that's not, you know, it's impossible, so you can keep your knees slightly bent. Okay, here we go. Lifting from the base of your spine, and we rotate, and you can do a little pulsation. We rotate, twist, twist, inhale, return, other side, rotate, rotate, beautiful, good. And you want to follow the hand with your gaze to deepen your twist. And exhale. Good, and continue. Exhale, 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 beautiful. Continue, 4 more. Lifting, 3. Nice, and 2. And last one, very good. Now let's meet in the center, separate your heels. Good. And from here, we're going to turn your palms just like slightly forward. And we're going to rotate, just take a rotation. And from there, we're going to come into fold. And let's restack your spine. We rotate as you dive forward. Good. And return. Here we go. We rotate and try to deepen your fold each time you come. And one more. Now this time, I want you to hold this rotation. We're going to grab the outside of your foot with your hand as you bring your other hand behind, right? So just give yourself a little pull, little stretch. Good. Now sweep the arm which is behind, just sweep it forward as you exhale. And on your inhale, open even wider. That's it. Good. Nice job. Inhale. Nice, Denise. Exhale. One more, please. And we rotate, rotate. And just take a moment, come into fold, and now transition. So with my right hand, I'm grabbing the outside of my left foot, and I'm opening. And I'm flexing as you exhale. And just find this, just a little like a lateral extension, and coming forward. And 2 more. Very nice. And just give me 1 more. Beautiful work. And now let's meet in the center. And now from your flexion, I want you to come into little extension, and we're going to lift your arms for 4 and 3 and 2. And we lift, and I want you to rotate your spine and return to the center. And other side. Good work. To the center. 2 more. Oh, right. I'm using my back extensors, my obliques, and dive deep to release. Okay, good work. Excellent. Well, let's continue. So grab a sip of water if you wish. We're going to scooch to the front of the mat, and we're going to roll like a ball, okay? We're going to try from rolling to the ball. We're going to transition to open leg rocker. We will try, okay? It might happen, it might not. So balance on your tippy toes as you grab your shins. Good, and then my arms are working really hard. Good, and now from here, let's rock and try to find a balance. Little rock and find a balance. Good, so we try not to touch the ground as you come up. Your spine is in a flexion. 2 more. And 1 more. Okay, awesome, very good. Now hold this position. We're going to transition your legs in a tabletop position. And knees are glued together. We're going to extend your arms forward, and I want you to extend your right leg only. And we bend, left leg, and bend. If you need a support, grab your thighs. That's allowed. And alternate. Good work. 2 more. Very nice. Now give a try. See if you can straighten both legs together. And we just hold it there for 3 and 2 and release. Well done. Good. So just take a nice flexion. You can open, allow the knees to open wide. And now we're going to use your hands to bring those knees together. Okay. Open leg rocker. So it's like this It's similar to neck pull, okay? It's quite a challenge, so let's try to have fun with that. It doesn't have to be perfect. So here we go. We're going to straighten one leg, grab your calf, and then the other. And we roll down and try to find a balance. Good. Once you find a momentum, oops, just do your best. We have to get a little out of our comfort zone. Oop, this wasn't the best. But as you find a balance, lift through your low back, lift through your back. Flexing. Ooh, go to extension. 2 more. Nice. And 1. Now hold, close your legs together, lower for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And just give yourself a nice hug. Hug your knees, hug, hug, hug. Very good. Okay, well, let's continue. Beautiful. So let's work a little side body from now. Oh, just going to have a little technical difficulties with my, okay, so I'm back with you. So now let's sit on your side, and the top leg, the top foot is going to come forward and the bottom leg is behind. Okay, so let's do our best. For some of you who have wrist injuries and you're not capable of rising up, I would like you to come onto your forearm. Good, and maybe you can even stack one knee on top of the other and just try to lift your midline, okay? That would be an option for you. Okay, so for the rest of us, good, let's explore the full range of motion. So my palm is slightly forward than my shoulder. Good. And just don't overthink, just do it. Okay, here we go. So we rise. So you're coming into this lift, okay? And from here, I'm going to lift my hips a little higher as I'm reaching my arm up and over, this beautiful lateral stretch. And now as you descend, you bend your knees and you try to hover, don't touch the ground. So we're coming into the straight line and go deeper as you arch. Beautiful. Of course, we control the movement, right? Try to move as graceful as possible. And we arch. Okay, now hold it here. Shift your weight to the top leg. And as you lift the bottom leg, just give it a lift. Nice, this is more advanced. 2 more. And 1, hold. And slowly descend. How nice is that? Okay, very good. Now, come onto your knee. And we're going to extend the top leg to the side. Other hand comes behind your head. We're going to lift the leg. So you're going to try to keep your ankle aligned with your hips as much as you can. Leg pull, coming forward. Flex, pull, pull, point, point. Exhaling. Very good. Just keep the fluidity going. 2 more. And 1 more. Now hold here, hold it here. We lift for 4 and 3 and 2. And we hold this lift, hold and breathe. And now we need to place your hand on the floor. Good. Okay, stay there. My top leg is slightly behind. And I'm going to lower my foot with gravity as I'm lifting for 8. Good, so we're looking now at our gluteus medius and maximus. Here we go, just give me a lift. And a little lift. And a little lift. And just give me 1 more. Now hold, point your toes, tiny circles. Circle and circle and circle, lengthening the leg, 2 and 1 and reverse, circle and circle and 4 and 3 and 2 and hold and release. Ooh, good job. Very nice. Now there's one more side so we have to deal with. I'm going to transition my mic so it's off my way. Okay, amazing. Top leg forward, the bottom foot is behind, slightly behind. Remember about the modification. So if you have to modify, you're just going to try to just lift your hips slightly up and down on your forearm. I'm moving to full version. Now, just a little comment. So when we just naturally sit like that, you see how everything just drops with gravity and your ribs are sinking down to the towards the mat. So before we do anything, you have to take a moment and find a little more uplift in your midline, right? You're just going to scoop your abdominals, find a lightness in your midline because that's what really lifts you up, not so much your wrist. Okay, so here we go. We rise up to straight line. And from there, we arch, 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 and slowly descending. Don't touch the ground. And we go into straight line. And we arch, arch, arch. You see how your body's opening gracefully? And beautiful, right? So you need time to open the body. Don't rush. That's good. I would say one more. Arch, arch. Okay, this is the moment of uncomfort. Okay, so shift your weight to the front leg and see if you can lift the bottom. Just a little lift. Little lift. Woo, one more. Good. And rest your knee on the ground. Good job. Hand behind your head. Let's lift your leg to your hip height, ideally. And kick, kick. Very good. Just sweep it forward. Point and flex. And point and flex. And 2 more. And 1 more. Very good. Hold the lift. Just little lift. Little lift. Little lift. 2. 1 hold. Add circle. 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 2. 1 reverse. 4. 3. 2. 1. Beautiful. Keep your leg in the air. And now bring your hand on the mat. So the leg is slightly behind you as you lift and lift and lift. And as you lift, maybe pause for a second and control it down. And we lift, control it down. 2 more. Woo. And 1 hold. I don't know if I had a little pulses, but see me, I always keep forgetting. 2, 1, and release. Amazing. Child's pose, right? Or rest, take a sip of water. Okay, good work. Cheers, everybody. Okay, still alive, right? Just this movement feels so good, so alive. What's better way to do it, right? We have to utilize this whole situation of being forced to social distancing. So it's a good time to nourish your body. Okay, so I would like to now focus on the front of the thigh stretch. My knees are pretty sensitive. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold my mat for a little more cushion as I'm coming onto my knees. Oh, okay, almost there, guys. Doing great. So before we do anything, Safety first. You have to find a good alignment. So let's talk what we do required in this position. So as you kneel, I want you to take a moment and send your tailbone down, okay? It's almost like you're lifting your pubic bone slightly higher as your pelvis comes forward. And this log will we're going to make sure that your low back is safe. So that's the reason why you emphasize this alignment. So here we go. Tucking your tailbone, and from there you just explore how low can you go, and you return, right? So just gradually explore your range of motion. We're returning back, and it's like, okay, well, maybe I can go a little bit more. Very good. A little bit more. And if you find this edge, this place when you feel like, okay, I've never been there before, you just hold for 3 and 2 and 1 and release. Good. And you sit down onto your heels if that's available for you. Flex your spine. So you're going to use the heels of your palms, press into your thighs to find nice C curve, and you press your fingers to the front of your knees and extend your heart forward. And we flexing, right? So I'm moving my pelvis as the spine moves as well. And we flex and go into neutral position. Okay, well done. So let's fix our mat. Yeah, we did. Oh, yes. Okay, here we go. Sit for a second. We can't miss that. So it was a lot of flexion. Let's do a little extension, and we finish with back extensors as well. So if you have to modify, you can come onto your forearms, bend your knees, place your feet a little bit closer as you just lift into reverse tabletop. This is a good way to start. And otherwise, you can place your hands, keep your elbows slightly bent as of start, and tuck your tailbone. We just lift, and we control it down. Good, so make sure those palms are aligned, and we lift, and we lower. Just 2 more. And we lift. Hi, Paris. And down. And now 1 more. Now hold this lift. Micro bend your elbows. Extend. So if you're like, okay, I don't have any more energy, just rest. But for those, Chris, continue 4 more. For those who want a little more challenge, just give me 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1, and we lift your heart up, maybe gaze back, lean back, look back, and slowly release. And again, curl up in a tiny little ball to release your back extensors, your wrist. Nice. Okay. Good. So from here, I want you to come into tabletop position. I'm going to give you a little option for modified planks. If the wrists are not cooperative with you, this is the option for you. You can come onto your forearms, and we're going to bend and extend 1 leg at a time. So those are for those who can't be on your wrists. The rest of us, we're going to extend 1 leg, pull your abdominals, right? So don't allow your tummy to sink down. Pull your abdominals. And here we go. And we're going to be there just for 15 breaths, okay? Draw your heart forward. That's it. Happy thoughts, right? Happy thoughts. All of us can take 15 breaths of your whole entire day to stay into plank. Easy, easy. Good. I don't know how much left, but I think we are halfway. So 7 and 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, and you can transition to down stretch. Or if you were on your forearms, just come into child's pose. Very good. And one more time, shift into plank or come into your forearms and give yourself 3 counts to lower all the way into your tummy, okay? So here we go. For 3 and 2. Oh, and we arrived. Amazing, amazing. Good. Okay, we're almost there, almost there. So bring your hands along your side. Press your feet first, in the top of your feet into the mat, and use the strength of your spine, of your back to lift up and just lower. And we're just going to come up a little bit higher and lower. And now one more. Now hold this lift and see if you can float your feet off the mat and put your feet back down. Just a little lift, down, a little lift, down, 2 more, and 1 more. Amazing. And then release your arms. You can rest your head on one of your cheeks. Good. And now bring your arms a little wider, and you can balance on your fingertips, so just keep your hands flat, unlike the fingertips. And you're going to peel your spine into this wide cobra. So as your spine lifts, the neck follows. Sometimes what happens, the spine doesn't move and we just lift the head. That's not an extension, right? So we have to lift the spine, see how the neck follows, 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 and we control it down, down, down. Nice, Chris. And again, let's peel your spine a little bit higher and maybe look over one shoulder. And we control it down. Good. And then the other shoulder. And control it down. Very nice. And from here, we're going to place your palms by your side. Curl your toes under, and I want you to activate your hamstrings, the front of your thighs, pull your abdominals, don't overthink, you're just going to rise up into plank, okay? Just do it. Here we go, plank, and down stretch, pedal through the feet, and now slowly ease out onto your knees. Good work. Well, the worst is over. Let's straighten your legs. Actually, we're going to straighten your right leg, and we're going to bend your left knee, and we're going to put the left foot inside of your right thigh. Good. Let's extend your arms, lift through the base of your spine, and then hinge forward. So it doesn't really matter if you can reach your hands towards your feet or not. I'd rather you to keep your hands a little bit closer and try to lift, extend through your heart, okay? So as much as you can, you're going to maintain the extension, and then it's a hinge, so it's not really flexion. And you just draw your heart towards your foot, and you just back it up on your inhale, and you fold deeper. See, you're just moving like a little wave. We back it up, and fold. One more. Good. And release, and we switch. Good. So bring the foot to the inside, lift up, rise up. Okay, right? So my hamstrings are super, super tight. Yeah, just, just work, do what you can. And the worst thing you can do in your stretch is to force the stretch. When we force the stretch, we actually do more harm than good. So you want the stretch to come to you. Just allow the stretch, allow the muscles to open and soften. And then just with your breath, as you work with those exhalation, you deepen the opening. That's it. One more. Beautiful. And release. Good. And we going to finish in a crisscross position. So I'm turning to you. Good work, everybody. Place your hands on your knees and slightly like forward. And again, one big breath. So draw your heart forward. Just really expand. Maybe even gaze up. And now flex your spine. And extend. Amazing. And we flex. And one more. Good. Very nice. And you can climb your hands to ease out and just take a moment of gratitude that we were able to meet together virtually. You know, it doesn't really matter. We are still connected. Yeah, so thank you so much. I applaud to you for all the effort you did to, you know, keep us nice and healthy and aligned. Thank you so much. And on Wednesday, we have another class. It's going to be focused mostly on the stretch. I suggested if you have a strap, that's great, but you can even use like a bath towel, like a bigger towel. To enhance the stretches. So we will get the really nice juicy stretches. And probably Chris is going to teach. So that's on Wednesday at 1 p.m. And then we're going to see you again on Saturday at 1 p.m. If you enjoyed the class, just give us a comment, you know, or if you have any suggestions to what would you like to see during those classes, you know, we are here for you. We want to tailor those classes to your needs. So we would love to hear your voice, okay? And of course, if you would like to donate and support us to keep this whole project going, you can Venmo us at Ania/London, okay? So all the best to you. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye, Joan. Thank you for joining.